Hello everyone. In our previous class, we discussed how we will specify account determination, how we will create screen layout, and how we will define account asset classes. So we defined asset classes in our previous class. In today's class, we will see the integration of GL accounts with general ledger. So for this, we will follow the path. First, we will type SPRO in the command section. Then system is a little bit slow. Okay, then SAP reference IMG. Then we will go on financial accounting. We will select from the drop down and we can find asset accounting under financial accounting. From the asset accounting, we will click on drop down and there you can see integration with general ledger accounting. From the general ledger accounting, click on drop down and here you can see assign GL accounts. So we assign all GL accounts here with our account determined in respect to our account determination. We will execute the entry. Here we will give our chart of depreciation which we maintained already. So now just a second. So after giving our chart of depreciation code, we will select this chart of accounts row and double click on account determination. So in this section, in account determination section, we will find out what account what account determination we create in our system, and then we will link our accounts, GL accounts with them. For example, we have this one account determination plant. So we will select this one and we will click on balance sheet accounts. So here in this page, you can see we have four different depreciation areas for leading ledger, 0L for EERL and S1. We have to assign GL accounts in all four depreciation areas one by one. So first we will assign GL accounts in leading ledger. We will click on it. So here you can see balance sheet account, acquisition production cost. So here we will assign the GL account for the purchase. We will click on this, and then from chart of accounts we have boiling plant 2 and acquisition uh, down payments. If you are making any down payment, we will see this later. Then contra account, when you are acquiring an asset, you also have to maintain a contra account. We will see this one also later. When we buy an asset, I will show you how we create a contra account and how this will affect or how this will work when we buy an asset. So we can see this later on. Same down payments, clearing account, acquisition from affiliated company, revenue from post capitalization. Here it's a retirement. When we do the asset retirement or when we sell the asset, we will create the GL accounts later for these, and we will also assign those accounts here in this area, like gain from sale, asset sale, loss from asset sale. Okay, so first of all, just to make easy for you people, we are only assigning balance sheet account acquisition production cost. We will later on play with the scenarios. We will discuss different scenarios, how we acquire an asset using down payment, then how we have to clear that down payment. Then we will uh, we will make a scenario where we sell our asset. Then in one scenario we'll make a gain on sale of asset. In another scenario we will make a loss on asset. If an asset is retiring, if the asset is scrap, then we will also make a scenario where we will discuss revaluation stuff also. So later on we will discuss all these things one by one, but just to keep things easy for you, as we are on the first step, we will only assign this acquisition production cost. Now we will go back again. We will click on this one. We will give our code here, and we'll click on drop down, boiling part, go back, then RL. Again, we will give our GL account here, boiling plant, then go back and again. We'll give a code here. Okay, so now we will go on depreciation area. So for the boiling plant depreciation, we again can see we have four different depreciation areas. So we'll open the first one, leading ledger depreciation area, and we'll see what GL accounts we have to integrate here in this area. So first one, we will click on book depreciation in local currency. So the first one is accumulated depreciation account for ordinary depreciation, and then expense account for ordinary depreciation. First, we will go for the accumulated depreciation account. We will open our chart of accounts. We will look for accumulated depreciation account for boiling plant. Uh, Here we have 752. We will select this one and we'll also assign expense account for ordinary depreciation. So depreciation expense account for boiling plant. So 752 is for accumulated depreciation and 612 for ordinary depreciation. Then we have expense account for ordinary depreciation below zero, revenue from write-up ordinary depreciation, and then we have special depreciation account assignment, unplanned account assignment for transfer of reserves, account assignment for revaluation depreciation. So as I said earlier, in balance sheet accounts area, we will create different scenarios and we will see all these line items one by one. We will try to cover as much as we can. We will do with different scenarios. So for just to start and make things easy for you, so you people can easily understand. We will just go with the balance sheet account and we will go with the depreciation and accumulated depreciation account. So similarly, when we configured balance sheet accounts, we assign GL account in all four ledger areas. Again, we will define same like here. It's 752, and then we will assign 612. Okay, then we will go back 752, 612. Then we will go back last one S1 752, 612. So now we will save this one. So there is a pop-up here. It says the green one says company code DX01 chart of accounts, COX account group. This one. Then we have a yellow warning. This triangular is a yellow warning. It says consolidation transaction type is pressed in field status variant FSTX group. Basically, this warning is related to our field status variant which we maintain for the company. It's not an error. So right now we will save this one and we will see and we'll see in the future what does it mean, what we need to fix it in this area. Then we will click on this and we will save the entry. So you can say now that the data is saved. So all the GL accounts for the boiling plant, we have integrated those accounts in this area. So and one point I want to make it very clear here, if all the accounts should be interlinked, should be integrated in all depreciation areas, in all ledgers. So whenever you are whenever you are assigning the accounts, you should do it in all ledgers. So now so this is how we integrate our GL accounts with the general ledger. This will automatically post the values to a general ledger. We don't need to go and do it one by one. So this is like a benefit of integration. Next, we will go back and we will. I want you to please set up three, four more accounts by yourself. I've just done the integration of one fixed asset. You can do the rest, and you can tell me if you feel if you face any error. You people can just tell me, and we will work on it. So now we will see we have assigned GL accounts. Now the next topic will be depreciation. So we will create a depreciation key for creation for the depreciation key creation. We first need to configure the valuation methods. How what rules and procedures we will use for the depreciation calculations. For this one, we have to go on depreciation. From the drop down, we will select valuation method, and then this one, the first one is depreciation key. So we will do the configuration of the first step, and then we will go for the period control. The first, we will start with the depreciation key. I'll click on this one, and calculation methods. Calculation methods would be the first one. Okay, so here in this one, you can see we have five different steps we need to perform here. So the first one is define base method. Base method would be like it depends on the company policy, whether you are using straight line method, and then you are using written down value method, or the other depreciation method, maximum amount method. So the first one, we have to define the basic rule. Then define declining balance method. It is not very much frequently used, so we will skip this one. We can discuss this later. Same with define maximum method. So basically, we will do a configuration of three steps: base method definition, define multi-level method, and maintain period control method. So first, we will go on define base method. We'll execute this entry. Here you can see system has already set up a few base methods for us. We can see those, and then we can either copy or create a new base method as per our need. So if you look on this one, 0011, it says percentage from the useful life. So basically it is a straight line method, and the depreciation is based on the useful life. And similarly, 0012, it's also a straight line method with explicit percentage. So explicit percentage, we mentioned that our asset, for example, if we buy an asset which has a useful life of 7 years, and the company policy is to depreciate that asset on 5%, 5 or 6% basis. So in this scenario, we will mention that 6% is the explicit percentage. And if we go with this one, 0011, in this case, for example, if we buy an similar for like similarly, we will use the same example. uh, we buy an asset with a useful life of 6 years. So here we don't mention any percentage amount. The system will calculate depreciation based on the useful life. So using the formula of book value, acquisition value divided by useful life. So that would give us per year depreciation. Similarly, we have other methods as well, like this one, declining multi-phase method. So we can do this one also. Uh, but first, first we will consider this 0012. We will go with this. We will mention the explicit percentage. So we'll keep this one. uh, we will copy this one, 0012, and we will create our own base method. So basically, base method dx, explicit percentage. So type of depreciation is ordinary depreciation. Depreciation method stated percentage. Stated percentage mean we mention the percentage of the depreciation, and then we will click on this. So it gives a warning: select free from the allowed namespace. So we will again click on this one. So now we will save our base method. I'm just creating one base method here. You people can create 3 to 4 base methods. You should create straight line base method with explicit percentage, straight line base method for from the percentage from the useful life, and declining balancing method. So we have created this one, uh, base method dx. Now we will go back, and we will save. So we will save our work. Now declining base methods and maximum amount methods, as I said earlier, these two are not frequently used. So we will skip this one. We can discuss this scenario later. And now we will go on define multi-level methods. So if we go and see what is a multi-level method, I'll just show you. I will first execute the entry, and we have to mention, excuse me, sorry. we have to mention the chart of depreciation code. So here you can see we have different multi-level methods which are already maintained in the system. Some are by default or some are created by other students. So we will first see if anything is relevant to us. So you can see 9%. These are all multi-level method. So we'll follow, we will copy this one. This is multi-level method, or we'll create a new one. Let's not copy. We will create a new one. So multi-level method, we will first give the code mmx. So here we will mention multi-level method name and then validity start. Validity start means when do you want to start your depreciation. So we will select from ordinary depreciation start date. So we will choose this one and then depreciation by fiscal year. It's up to the company policy, but let's suppose we'll choose this one right now and then we will go on levels. On levels. So now we are in the level area. We will first click on new entries, and here we have five columns which we have to maintain the information. First one is acquisition year, second one is useful years, third one is period number of months we have in the useful year. Then we have a base value. Base value means we have to select either it's a like if we are maintaining multi-level method for straight line method, we have to use the acquisition value. If we are using if we are following written down value method, then we have to use base value as written down value, as we know the rules of both depreciation formulas. So first in acquisition area we will mention double line. So it must come into your mind why we are maintaining double line. The reason is, if for example, if we have a class, we have a class with the name of A, and in A class we have five different assets, and all those five different assets are bought on different years. For example, asset one under class A was bought on 2017, asset B in 2018, asset C 2019, asset 4 in 2020, and asset 5 in 2021. So all those have different acquisition areas, and as we know, as per IFRS, as per IAS 16, uh, all the depreciation, everything, like a class should have. All the assets under one clause should have one depreciation key, should have one depreciation formula. So if we create, for example, we mentioned the acquisition year 2016, and then we have mentioned the years as well, and define the rest of the information. What about the assets which we bought in 2017, 18, 19, 20, and 21? So for the depreciation key, we again need to come back at the back, and we have to create those as well. So which is obviously a time consuming. So to avoid this load of work and make things easy for us, we mentioned as double line. So means double line means we keep acquisition year open. Whatever a number of assets we bought in different years, it will be considered in the same acquisition year. So it would be easy for us following the non-current assets, fixed assets standard, we can assign one depreciation key to whole class. So for that we will use double line acquisition year, and in useful years we will use triple line. Again the concept is same why we are maintaining this one, and in periods we will skip this one. Base value method is, so as we have created a depreciation key for straight line method, for straight line method we always use acquisition value. So we will click on this one, and percentage, as if you remember, we maintained a base method of explicit percentage, so we will mention 5% percentage. And in period, so is for example we have 12 months in 1 year, so we will mention 12 months. Okay, and now we will save this one. So this one is saved. We'll go back. Okay, and now we have multi-level this one. We have this depreciation key. So validity starts, it's from the ordinary depreciation date. This one comes from when we check the box of depreciation by fiscal year. Now we will go back one more step, and here we will maintain period control methods. We will execute the entry. Again, we have to mention the chart of depreciation code. We will click on this one. So here you can see we have different period control methods. We have 01, like acquisition 01. This one is acquisition 01, acquisition following year 01, retirement 02, transfer 02. So what is the concept of basically 01, 01 and 02, 02? So I'll just open up this one and I'll show you it. So 01 means pro rata at period start date. If we choose 01 here, and then whatever date we buy the asset in a particular month, for example, the asset was bought on 12th of the month, but we have chosen the period control as 01, the system will automatically pick the asset on first of that particular month. So it's not going to affect when the asset was bought, at which date of a month the asset was bought. It will be calculated from the start or from the first of that one. Same pro rata, if we choose 02 pro rata up to mid-year at period start date. So for example, if we buy an asset on 10th or 12th, the system will pick the date on 15th of that particular month. So you people can refer these details. I'll show you here. You people can come in this period control area, open up this one and maintain period controls. Open up this IMG activity documentation. You people can read the details of all these keys here. For example, see if you can see this one pro rata at the start of the period. The depreciation start and date is always set to the beginning of the period, which is the asset value date of the for the asset acquisition retirement lies. So you can go through these one by one, then it would be easy for you to understand and maintain this one. So now in the last step, we will maintain depreciation key. Depreciation key is our final step for creating a depreciation key. Here we will assign what depreciation base method we have maintained, what rule we specified for period control method, and then we will create it. So we will give a chart of depreciation code and click on this. So now we will create our depreciation key. We will go and click on new entries. Here we have to give the depreciation code, for example, depreciation key X, and this will be depreciation key DX01. Okay, we will skip this one maximum on cutoff value key. We will pick this one period control according to fiscal year. Okay. And here in this one, acquisition only allowed in capitalization year, we will pick no. And then we will we will do the assignment of calculation method. So we have given this code basically, and now we will assign the methods to this depreciation key. So first of all, we have to mention or we have to define which type of depreciation this is. So we are following right now ordinary depreciation. We will pick this one, then we will do phase from the start of the depreciation, changeover within plan life, changeover after end of the useful life. So we will first pick from the start of the depreciation. Then we will mention the base method we maintained. So we will do base method X dx. This is the base method we defined. Declining balancing method, we will leave this one. Then we will mention period control. So basically, period control, we are giving instructions to the system that if an asset is bought on 12th of the month, but we have maintained 01, so the system should start calculating depreciation from the first of that month. Okay, so we will go and we will copy, we will select this one, this period control method. Now multi-level method. We just recently created a multi-level method. We'll open this one and we will this MMX. Okay. And then class straight line depreciation changeover method, no automatic changeover, multiple shift assignment, and consider assignment in depreciation and expired useful life, and then consider scrap value consideration is controlled by cutoff value. So this is how this is how we maintain our depreciation key. We have given we have given the basic rule, like we want to calculate the depreciation based on uh, explicit percentage. Then we have given period control method, how we want to start the depreciation in from which date we want to start the depreciation, and then we also have assigned multi-level method key here. Now we will go on, click on save. So it says check the treatment after the end of the useful life. We will select and save this one. So this is how we maintain our depreciation key. This is first, like in the first step, we define. So in the first step, we first define our methods, valuation methods, like what map, what type of depreciation we want to use. So we define this in the base method, like straight line method, or a written down value method. Then we defined multi-level methods. Then we define period control methods, and then we maintained depreciation key. So is this enough for today, or you people would like to study further? Okay. Okay. Then in the next class, we will discuss like next steps, and we will see what we need to do then. Till then, thank you so much. Thank you for your time. Goodbye.